I often see posts on social media where people are suffering for some reason, and the comments suggest that God is testing them, that this will pass, and soon He will reward their suffering because it is meant to make them stronger. Whenever I see this, I reflect, is it truly a divine test, or is it God's punishment, or maybe it's just life happening? Solomon teaches us in Ecclesiastes 7:14, when times are good, be happy, but when times are bad, consider this, God has made the one as well as the other. Therefore, no one can discover anything about their future. This shows us that good and bad days are part of life and are not necessarily connected to divine testing or punishment. But is that really the case? Before discussing punishment and testing, I want you to understand something important. Jesus tells us in Matthew 5:45, He causes His sun to rise on the evil and the good and sends rain on the righteous and the unrighteous. This means that good and bad things happen to both good and bad people. These events are not always related to someone's character. Often, they simply happen. Think of life as a boat journey across a river, much like the ones Jesus made with His disciples. Sometimes the journey is calm. Other times, storms and strong winds surprise us. In such moments, Jesus didn't immediately calm the storms. He faced them with peace, knowing He would reach the other side. Jesus only calmed the storm for the sake of those in the boat. Similarly, in our lives, challenges naturally arise. Some paths will be easier, others more difficult, but the key is trusting God, because with or without storms, we will reach our destination. Does this mean there are no tests or punishments? Does everything happen by chance? No, not everything that happens, whether good or bad, is a result of God approving or disapproving of us. Thinking this way can be dangerous. It's crucial to discern situations and our actions. To do this, we must know God and His will. Without this understanding, we risk straying from His guidance and purpose. Testing or punishment happens when we surrender our lives to God and allow Him to guide us. Both are expressions of His care for us. For example, if someone lives without caring about God, pursuing only personal interests, it's likely that God won't directly intervene unless it serves a specific purpose in His will. On the other hand, if someone challenges God or sincerely seeks Him, He may act according to His purpose. Testing is a process God allows to strengthen us and keep us on the right path. Job is a classic example. He was a righteous man, faithful to God, who faced great tribulations. His friends believed he was being punished for some sin, but God defended him, showing that it was a test to demonstrate that Job loved God regardless of his circumstances. Jesus also teaches in John 15:2, He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit He prunes so that it will be even more fruitful. After all his trials, Job grew closer to God. He praised the Lord even amidst his lamentations. Testing is necessary to keep us from becoming lost in our ego or arrogance. That's why God gave Paul a thorn in the flesh as a reminder of his dependence on Him. James 1:12 says, Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because, having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love Him. While testing strengthens us on the right path, punishment is God's correction when we stray. When we surrender our lives to God, we ask Him to guide us closer to Him. If we go astray, punishment serves as an alert to bring us back. Hebrews 12:6-7 teaches us, The Lord disciplines the one He loves, and He chastens everyone He accepts as His son. Endure hardship as discipline. God is treating you as His children. For what children are not disciplined by their father? How can we know if we are being tested or punished by God? To discern this, we must know God and His will. Job defended himself against his friends because he knew God and understood what pleased or displeased Him. This intimacy with God is only possible through reading the Bible and maintaining a continuous life of prayer. Without this, we risk living in disobedience to God, mistakenly believing we are being tested when we are actually being corrected. I invite you to seek God more through reading the Bible and living a daily life of prayer. Without this, we will fail to discern between testing and punishment, misunderstanding God's purpose in our lives. Testing is for those in covenant with God to keep them on the right path. Punishment is meant to correct those who have strayed. Pay attention. If we tell someone they are being tested when they are actually being punished, we encourage them to remain on the wrong path. Similarly, if we say someone is being punished when they are being tested, we might discourage them from continuing on the right path. So, be careful with your words. If this content helped you, leave a like. If you're not yet subscribed, subscribe to the channel. And if you think this can help someone, share this video. See you next time.